Ridiculous things are always present in games. For example, in GTA games, people die and get revived with just a few hits on their chest. Character customization in some games is also quite absurd. Today at Game Hut, we want to discuss 10 incredibly ridiculous things in games. Number 10 on our list is being impregnated by aliens in the Sims series. Imagine being abducted by a spaceship and then suddenly become pregnant. And it doesn't matter if you are male or female, aliens can impregnate both of you. So, if you want to have a half-human, half-spaceman child, you must visit the Sims game. They can help you. And in another game called Borderlands 3, you can give birth to a baby from a gun, and the gun even calls you mom.
Stay away from Mama.
I really don't understand why these games are so obsessed with getting us pregnant. Looks like game developers don't believe in storks anymore. Did you believe in storks?
Threat analysis. No threat detected. Ha 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 ha.
I am in favor of making games more realistic. It definitely feels better with features like vibration on Xbox, PlayStation, VR, and Kinect. Unfortunately, computer games don't have that same functionality. However, someone came up with a solution to bring those vibrations to the computer. But that's not what our number 9 is about. Sometimes, certain things in games make us very violent. They turn us into the Hulk, and we end up breaking the keyboard, mouse, and even the entire computer. I think FIFA and Mortal Kombat players can relate to what I'm saying. I haven't even mentioned how much we shout in proximity chat. Number 8. In some games, we fight for survival and have to find weapons, equipments, and cool stuff. But where do you think these tools and equipments can be found? In a large armory? Or a military facility? Of course not. Are you stupid? You have to look for them in pots, bathrooms, fridges, and all the places where weapons and such are kept. Do you think the armory or the military facility is where the weapons are stored? If you think that, you might be brainwashed. Imagine walking in Borderlands or Resident Evil or similar games and finding a pot or a poop. Ta-da! A legendary item or ammo. There's a serial killer in town. He has killed many people, and the entire military and police force is looking for him. Where is he? What is he doing? Where will he go, or who will he kill next? Do you think he's scared of being arrested? Probably not. He just needs to go home and wait a minute, and all the cops and even tanks forget who he is. Just another day in GTA San Andreas. When you return to the street, everything is back to normal. Even the birds are singing. You are more innocent than a 1-year-old child. Today's games have amazing graphics. We see many wonderful things in them, and strange games are even trending. For example, Cat Simulator, Deer Simulator, and Goat Simulator? What the f? But what's even stranger than these games are the skins that modders create. For example, making a cat look like CJ from GTA, or making Spider-Man look like Shrek. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. This was my personal ridiculousness. I remember when I was younger, I would try my best to protect NPCs in war games. Can you believe it? The NPCs that change in every game or have a storyline where they die. I used to go on YouTube and watch videos on how to keep them alive. I remember a scene in Call of Duty where 100 soldiers were attacking, and I would throw myself in front of the bullets to protect them. Let me remind you of how intelligent the previous Call of Duty AI was. Just don't laugh, okay? stealing is an interesting concept in games, and there are even game series that focus mainly on theft, like Mafia and GTA. But when it comes to ridiculously stealing, we have Skyrim. It has some truly wonderful and absurd theft mechanics. We all know you can put a bucket on an NPC's head and steal things, but there's more to it. There are some other ways, such as moving the intended object to another room and stealing it there, or moving the same object to a place out of NPC's line of sight when you are in the same room with the NPC and stealing it there. More ridiculous in all the ways we just discussed it, there is a Skyrim skill build that makes you the best thief in the universe, if not multiverse. This build in Skyrim is a cheat of its own at its highest point. This build makes you so stealthy that you can crouch and move in broad daylight in front of an enemy with nothing to hide behind and remain undetected. Now, combine that with stealing and guess you know the rest. Skyrim is like Minecraft in terms of how creative you can get when stealing. Number 3. Imagine you're fighting in a game, you go to the enemy war and fight until you reach the boss. Scary and very strong bosses that you don't expect, and your items and weapons are not suitable. So, what do you do then? The answer is simple. You go to the inventory and pick up the right weapons and equipments. And at that moment, nothing bad will happen to you. Even the boss does not move an inch, so that you can arrange the items easily. Everything is great, easy, and attractive, and after you pick up the good item, you can easily return to the fight. And that's not all. Imagine you run out of ammo and you're in the middle of a boss fight in Resident Evil. Can I have tea with the boss while I'm fixing my inventory? Don't forget to subscribe. Number 2. Rooms have different functions in different games. Protecting hostages in Rainbow Six, escaping from the police in GTA. There are no rooms in the battlefield. And in Dark Souls and Resident Evil, the stage is different. In Dark Souls, you attack all the walls to maybe find a secret room hidden the wall all over the map. But in Resident Evil, why can't Nemesis and Mr. X enter some rooms when you enter? Capcom? Is this so realistic to you? Just watching Mr. X in the middle of a door is kind of funny and weird. But let's not get distracted. This is not a giant whose only weakness is the room. I thank the gaming community for these safe rooms. There are some hardcore speedrunners in the world who set the game at nightmare difficulty and then use cheats to make it easier. Bro, there's an easy mode. Why would you try hard difficulty and then use hacks? What is your problem? Imagine you're in the middle of a fight in the game and nothing can hurt you. Yup, you feel powerful, don't you? I think they want to be Superman or something. But this is a ridiculous thing that I became interested in doing. So, before we say goodbye, in our previous video, we talked about 6 things Sony might do to Xbox and Activision. We want to mention that Modern Warfare 2019 has been hacked by hackers after 4 years since its release. So, make sure to watch that video. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Bye bye!